Hey y'all, it's Colleen Gallagher from Colleen Gallagher International. When you join, say hello. When you are watching the replay, say hashtag replay. I would really love to, Really love to connect with you. I've never done this before, but I'm trying to figure out how to put a link on here while I'm actually live. Hold on, I'm gonna paste it here. But anyway, this live is going to be for you, or this live is for you if you want to know about intuition. And we're going to talk about it because if you guys don't know, I have a $79 class that is going to be with Infinity Foundation. I'm just looking at my little laptop here, but it's called Applying Intuition for Career Success. I have never done a course strictly on intuition, and I haven't done it under like an institution. So this is really, really cool that I'm actually like a legitimate professor. For this. So, also I feel like I wanted to change. Wow, this like really changes your whole look. Wow, that's too much. Okay. So, anyway, I wanted to come on and first just talk about this because if you've never taken one of my courses, you guys, usually my live courses are, thousands of dollars. If you're a private client, it's tens of thousands of dollars. And, I haven't done anything on intuition. So let's just start with this live of what is intuition, because a lot of you may not even know that you're intuitive or light workers or aliens. Like I didn't know. Let me think about this. I definitely did not know what intuition was until like 2018. Like I didn't. I don't even know if I knew that word existed. Like I don't think it was like in my vocabulary. And so how it became my vocabulary is I went to a retreat that was $8,000 called Soul Remembrance. And this is where my whole life really changed. It wasn't anything else. It was like this retreat. And it really fundamentally changed the trajectory of my life forever. And so intuition, what is it? It is like this invisible force that exists inside of you that's always guiding you to who you're meant to become. So let me explain what I mean by this. So last night, for an example, if you go read my post, I had an okay night. It wasn't like great. I think what I learned is that I have a real friend, a real girlfriend that was like amazing, and it was an incredible experience to go through with her. And it was like kind of aligning us as soul friends, which was great. But intuitively, right, I knew that I wanted to just hang out with her, like just chill and hang out. But we found this event and we were like, oh, it looks so fun. It's Cinco de Mayo. Let's go. And so we go, and the event thing didn't say that it was $20. And neither of us were like really wanting to pay $20 for this event. Like if it was a great event that we liked and researched, sure. But like, it didn't seem like Joe is in the building and we were talking about intuition. But I'm going to finish the story and then I'll say a story about Joe. So anyway, it's not that we didn't want, hello, Joe, we need to have a name for you. What are you a dragon? Are you a mystical being? What's your mystical being? It's like I kind of see you as like this, like what's it called? Like you're kind of like you're definitely a bigger, it's like brown, has kind of like a trunk. It goes like this, I feel like. You have a big body for sure. You take up space because you're noticeable and you're like grounded. It's like a mountainous dinosaur mystical creature. But we've got to figure out what that would be called. I see it. I see the visual, but I don't know the name. So anyway, okay, last night we knew that we wanted to hang out, me and my girlfriend, right? And we knew that was what we wanted to do. But we saw this event and we got distracted, sidetracked, which is very important in business, very important in life, very important to know or listen to with your intuition. And we're like, oh, this looks so fun. Let's go. So we go, it's $20 to get in, and they didn't say this on the flyer, right? So we're like, oh, do we really want to pay? I had a drama happen, so she paid for my ticket, and whatever. But now it's kind of really feeling like, okay, this is weird because the event we're going to, right, there was a flyer, and the flyer didn't say it was money. So now what I can feel, what I know, right, is there's a distortion in the field, meaning that someone is showing you a flyer, and the flyer wasn't in integrity. It wasn't honest. It didn't have clear communication. So what does that mean for everyone I'm going to meet at the event? It means that majority of the people that I'm going to meet at the event are distortion, are not honest, or an illusion, right? And if I would have actually slowed down and processed this, instead we were like with her friends and like we wanted to like hurry up and get through the line and just like we didn't want to make a big fuss about it. But in reality, that's the issue with this life, is when we say we don't want to make a big fuss about things, or we don't want to we don't want to say something to like keep the peace. But the reality was we should have said something and been like, no, we want to leave. even like before we even parked, like we saw the line was like around the thing. We're like, oh, this line is just too much. The parking was a hassle. It took us like 20 minutes to find the parking. The only good thing was that when we got in line where her friends were, we got to like cut the line of like where it was. But what I'm trying to share with you about this, there's all these signs stopping us from being able to go. Like my Uber account wasn't working because of a drama. If you just read my post that happened, her, the line was around the thing. The parking was a hassle. The event didn't say it was going to be $20. It was $20. We pay it. We get up there. Do you think this event was great? No. So we get there and the lines for every bar is like insane. Like you can't even forget trying to get a drink. It's near damn impossible unless you're trying to wait, 20 or 30 minutes, which is just not a vibe ever. And so we go, okay, so we're going to go sit on a bed. We sit in a bed and this guy who I actually met at an event much earlier, like, I don't know, months ago, almost a year ago, maybe now. He comes up to me and he was like, oh my God, I remember you. And I remembered him, but I didn't remember his name. But I was like, give me your first letter. And he did. And then I did Anthony. If you watch this, I love you, Anthony. And I'm so happy you came up to me and I'm so happy you saw me. And I hope you listen to my podcast because he said he wakes up at 5:30 in the morning. So hopefully he'll do it. But it was so cool for me to meet someone like that was connected there. And then I saw someone from LA Fashion Week, which was great. But majority, like you were just looking around, it was not the vibe. It was not a magical vibe. It was not a high vibe. It was like people that, I hate to really say this, but it was like people who were like done up and like caked on makeup. Like you could tell it's not like it wasn't like for beauty or it wasn't for like fun. It was like caked on for an appearance to be somebody that you're not. Which, remember, this all goes back to the fact, and this is what intuition is. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you a story. This all goes back to the fact that intuitively, my girlfriend and I wanted to hang out. Girlfriend, I mean friend that's a girl, not like dating. Friend that is a girl. We wanted to hang out. And we changed our plans, right? We changed the narrative. We changed the thing because we thought going out would be better. When in reality, just sitting together, talking, laughing would have been a much better, well invested time. And so your intuition is this thing that's always speaking to you of this flyer says it's free. You arrive there, it's $20. The line is really long. It doesn't feel good. The Uber is not working. Like you're looking at all these things, right? And that's your intuition. That's like a physical manifestation of your intuition communicating to you of like, hey, red flag, don't go. If you're trying to hang out with someone and they're like not responding to you or they're not like being proactive and making plans with you, red flags, boom, 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 boom. Your intuition's now in the physical world communicating to you, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is whatever. When you feel like, oh, I should hang out with this person because of whatever, but then something arises when you're like, that person doesn't make me feel good, or that situation doesn't make me feel good, or that client isn't making me feel good, or this whatever that it is. Red flags, red flags, red flags, red flags, red flags. Like you really want to look at those because it's your intuition telling you, like guiding you back to peace, guiding you back to safety, guiding you back to what you're meant to be focused on. And so anyway, in this course that I'm teaching, applying intuition to your career success, obviously I gave you more of like, it was a networking narrative, but usually how 100% of the time, I'd say 99% of the time, I choose amazing events and I have amazing connections and I have amazing relationships is because I use intuition in my career. I operate on a very feeling based, and this is what a lot of my male clients have to work on, or why they hire me to work on this, is that the masculine is very used to doing. If I do this, then this result will happen. If I do this, then this will happen. If I blah, 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 then this will go on. But we have to switch the narrative because intuition, that logic thinking doesn't allow you to create lasting success, fulfilling success, sustainable success. It will get you so far, but it doesn't get you far enough. Like Jim Carrey talks about this. I mean, multiple multimillionaires, billionaires talk about this, that you can reach a certain success, like you will, but if it doesn't come from your intuition, it doesn't come from a guidance, something internal to you guiding you, because that's when you're connected to greatness. It's when you're connected to source, to God, to universe, to your soul purpose, to your soul mission. Until you connect to that and let that feeling, it is a feeling, guide you to the action steps to success, you're never really going to reach where you want. And so anyway, this whole class I'm going over, it's a 3-week class. We start May 9th. It's May 9th. Let me look at the dates here. It's May 9th, May 16th, May 23rd, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. CST, which would be 7, 8, so it would be 8 to 10 p.m. EST, and I think it would be 5 to 7 PST. I don't know, like, so CST, anyway, I'll just leave it as 7 to 9 p.m. CST, each of those times. So it's 6 hours with me. We're going to be going over intuition, how to use intuition in your career, how to use it to make money, how to use it to communicate, how to use it to create results in your life, how to use it to create happiness and fulfillment. Sorry, I was looking at this, but this is what this course is going to be. Because if you don't know, like, I didn't know about intuition, like I said, till I was like 20, what was I? It would have been 24 at that retreat that I went to, 24 or 25. I think 24. But I didn't know anything about intuition. I didn't know anything about like how to operate as an energetic being. So majority of my life, I was resisting myself. I was like not being true to myself. I wasn't like, how do you even describe this? Most of my life, I didn't know how to listen to my intuition. And so a lot of the results that I got in my life were never coming from within. They were coming because I was getting results or achievements in my life, thinking that once I got that in the external world to please somebody, to have it to my resume, that I would then feel fulfilled or happy. But the course that I'm teaching with Infinity Foundation, Applying Intuition for Career Success, which is $79, it starts on May 9th. I've never had something so low. It's because it's through Infinity Foundation. That, once you begin to shift this and your achievements and your successes and your guidance come from this intuition, you just become so happy and peaceful and radiant and excited. And you don't feel like you're always fighting or forcing to get somewhere or to prove something. Instead, you just feel like I'm here. I'm in bliss. You feel a sense of nourishment. Maybe that's the right word. And I know that this is kind of hard because when I was operating in a corporate, world, it was like wake up at 6 a.m., go to workout, from the workout, go to write a book, from the book, go to work, from work, go to workout, from workout, go write the book. Like, it was like a very structured, like if I do all these things, if I have the best like high vibe morning habits, if I drink my matcha tea, if I meditate my 30 minutes, if I do my yoga, if I invest, save 5% of what I make and invest this percent, like then I'll feel successful. But do you see how manufactured that motherfucking is? And it's not from your intuition. It's not from soul. It's not from heart. And if you actually want to have career success that's lasting and sustainable, and trust me, I'm saying this because when I had cancer at age 14, I was able to really see what success was. I saw people who lived their life that way. And when they expressed it, when that happened, when it occurred, life changed. And so this course is for you. If you really want to know how to use your intuition, your internal guidance system, which is, if you listen to David Meltzer, who's episode 60 on my podcast, I believe it is 60, he had $100 million and he lost it all and he's gotten most of it back, I believe now. But he said something so profound that what I do, he said it on there, he said, what I do, which is through intuition, is more accurate and more precise than any strategy someone can give you. And when you practice, when you practice this communication with your intuitive guidance, with your spirit guides, with your mediumship, with the cosmos, when you practice this, it's going to guide you into a life beyond your wildest dreams, because you're beginning to use a force that's so magical that what happens around you can never be created from your mind. So anyway, message me or comment below, Applying Intuition for Career Success. I'll also leave the link in my bio so you can enroll in it. $79 for 3 weeks. Enroll